Hello. What's going on with this Omar? Let's find out in the news today. Breaking news. Here we go.
So as Democrats continue to try and find their political footing, Maryland Governor Wes Moore offering a blunt assessment of what he considers to be his party's problems. Roll this.
One thing I do believe is that the Democrats don't have a messaging problem. There's a results problem. The Democrats have to deliver results and stop being the party of no and slow and start being the party of yes and now, because the frustration that people have, it is real. It is real when people are saying that, you know what, I feel like my life situation has not changed. And so people are looking at all these things and saying, I'm done with all of you. And so that's why I think we have to move with the kind of aggression that is necessary.
Okay, there from the Ruthless Podcast, Michael Duncan and John Ashbrook are back. And gentlemen, good day to both of you. I don't believe either one of you has won the Bronze Star, but there is still time.
Well, I think this guy, the first gentleman, is right about they got to start putting points on the board. The Democrats got to start putting points on the board. They got a good talking points, but they got to put points on the board. It's good talking game, but when you get in the ring, you got to perform. We don't see the Democrats performing. The low rate of performance is horrible from the Democratic Party section that the world can see, the United States citizens can see. They got good talking points, look good, look well, look intelligent, look like active, look positive, look motivating, but the end result, subpar. What is your opinion? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Let's continue on with the video. The breaking news.
Your careers are young. Put it up. Number one, Democratic Party favorability poll when it comes to the economy. CNBC All-American Economic Survey, they're well underwater, 56% negative view there. Michael, he talked about results. Go ahead and
I don't think it's about.
Right now. Go ahead.
I don't think the problem is messaging or results for the Democratic Party. I think it goes down to who are they fighting for exactly. I think they care more about illegal immigrants than they do American workers. I think they care more about USAID than they care about the United States. And just look at that, previous segment you played about violent crime in Chicago. If some of these big city mayors would just get behind Donald Trump and trying to crack down on violent crime in this country, I think it'd be good for the American people. But the reality is the Democratic Party is not fighting for them right now.
Well, he hit on 3 points. It could appear that it appears that way. Are they for the Democratic citizens, American citizens, that's part of the Democratic Party? We're going to do party lines, or they're for, let's just for everybody, American citizens. Are they for the American citizens? Or are they for illegal, undocumented immigrants and illegal immigrants and DACA? Okay, that's one. Are they for these international causes, or are they for domestic USA causes? What's going on in America? Because there's a lot of poverty, jobs. There's not a lot of jobs. Jobs being reduced, not just in the federal government, but in the private sector. That's another point. Are they caring about that or not? The other point is this: are they focused on international causes? Are they focused on their talking points versus what's going on with the people in these major blue cities, blue states where there's a lot of high crime? Are they focused on the crime, or are they not focused on crime? What are you focused on? Because everything is evident pointing towards you're not focused on their strategies. Your strategies are not aligning with what's happening across the country, what this gentleman just said on Fox News. What is your target demographic? It don't seem to be the United States American citizens. It seems like it'll be everything else but that. And that's a major problem. That's a major red flag. What do you leave a message below? Let me know what you think.
John, I don't know how often you get up to Baltimore, but to me, it always needed a little more help than it was getting.
Yeah, it sure needs a lot of help right now. And I'll tell you, Dana, that I have heard what he is saying from multiple Democrat consultants over this year. They say that until we come to grips with the fact that we cannot actually manage these blue cities, that these cities have higher crime rates, have higher costs of living, and we're not doing a good job, they say that they will never win again. And I'm guessing that more is responding to some of this advice that these guys have been given over the year.
Okay, Ilhan Omar's back in the news. Apparently, she and her husband made a lot of money. Probably a lot more than people thought, all right? So they're banging on her for being a net worth of about $30 million. And I think her husband sold 2 companies in the last 2 years, I believe, with I think it was up 3,500% for the return. This is what she said. There's been a coordinated right-wing disinformation campaign claiming all sorts of wild things, including the ridiculous claim that I'm worth millions of dollars, which is categorically false, end quote. She says it's not true. The receipts apparently suggest otherwise. Michael.
Yeah, it's sort of curious that her husband has a consulting firm now in Washington, D.C. that can rake in millions of dollars. It's enough to make Hunter Biden blush. You know, I don't know what sort of advice he's able to offer that suddenly made her net worth skyrocket, but I'd be curious to get the details there. And I hope that there are people in the House of Representatives who are willing to investigate this.
The other thing, though, John, is that part of this started is because she was saying it was outrageous for people to have so much money, that millionaires and billionaires shouldn't exist. And so then you dig a little bit deeper and you're like, well, actually, ma'am, you are. Or she doesn't.
Dana hits right. Dana's always on the punchline. She's on it. And yeah, when you study Ilhan Omar career in politics, and it's not that a long career. She said a lot of things that you could walk her back on, and she just smiles and smirks and try to throw a sidebar towards it. I wish this sister the best, but she has I don't know, $30 million, and she was always talking about refugee camp coming from Somalia and their community and everything. Hey, I wish her the best. I have nothing. I got good people in the Somali community, and we talk about individually her, not the Somali community. I want to separate that, not the Somali community, her individually, and her particular stance. $30 million. Where did you get it from, Ilma? On a salary rate of $187,000 a year. You can't play both sides of the fence. You can't do that. It's going to be investigated. And to me, I'm gonna say it's suspect. I would say suspect. Your career that long, history. The Obamas haven't made that much money the way you made it, and so they're all suspect on this, and it stands forth to say that too. What is your opinion? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. I call suspect. 2024, $30 million, and your salary is $187,000, and your husband not doing that great, doing good business, but $3,500, 3,500% return? No way. Suspect. What do you think? Comment below. Let me know.
Understand how it works.
Dana, they're calling it the Mogadishu miracle, of course, named for the hometown of the congresswoman, that a humble servant of the people is able to go from barely having anything to being a multimillionaire in just 1 year's time. It's the kind of return Warren Buffett could only dream about. And I think that she is going to start selling investment advice to people all over the country, and I bet she'll have customers.
Guys, are you following Robin Wright?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the actor apparently was shooting a movie in the UK and had some choice words for us. When Wright said America's a blank show, I love being in this country. There's a freedom of self here. People are so kind, they're living. I'm not sure what that means. They're not in the car in traffic, panicked on a phone call, eating a sandwich.
Wow.
That's most of America. Everything's rush, competition, and speed. Okay, Michael, I mean, on your commute this morning, I'm sure you were most attentive to that road in front of you.
Yeah, I don't know what she's talking about. I find it interesting that all of these Hollywood millionaires who make all their money, you know, showing their shows to the American people suddenly have a change of heart once they're ready for retirement, and then they can move abroad and then crap all over the United States. I think it's absurd.
It's not as if, John, if she was going to, she wouldn't have been criticized for saying, America's great and I love it here too. Like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, she did something similar to Forrest Gump in the mid-'90s. I think you guys will remember. She left the guy sitting at the bus stop all by himself. And I'm not surprised that she's running away once again. And I say that the more Hollywood people that want to leave our country, the better off we're going to be.
All right. Enjoy your sandwich on your morning commute. I don't know where she came up with that. Who thinks about that?
I don't know.
Clever.
Haven't had a sandwich in years.
That's true. Gentlemen, take care. We'll see you next week. Thanks for coming on.
See ya.
See ya.
All right. I'm Steve Deuce.
Yeah, guys. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. What's your opinion? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I think this has been interesting. Omar, $30 million. There's actors from these international people that come to America, become American citizens. I question these with the way the immigration is working right now, and everything coming. I talked to some people about immigration, and they don't have respect for the country. And I'm like, well, why did you come to a country you don't respect? Why would you come? Well, I'm coming for resource. You can create resources in your own country in order to get it better here in America. There's so many views, man. I just look at them like, wow. So I wear this United States hat. This represents ex-military. Um, this is America, and just to make statements like that, it makes me wonder about your positionality, who you are, and to get into political power positions and all things happen. I don't know. It's suspect to me. Just all this momentum is made for purposes. I'm wondering who's behind this movement of these individuals that really don't have respect for this country or have a love for this country. Really, they talk out of both sides of the mouth. And I wonder what's your opinion on this. Leave us a comment below. It's crazy. And that actress in House of Cards, I liked her. She was smooth. I liked her role. She was cool. But hey, teachers on. Everybody have an opinion. What's yours? Leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel. Help us move forward. It's crazy. This is getting crazy out here, guys.